Many owners make the mistake of wanting their dog to drop the toy before the dog knows what you want him to do. So what we do when we do this is like the same as here. We say drop, 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 and it's only when we feel the dog relinquish their teeth do we then click and treat. Now, I don't think that's the best way of doing it. There are lots of dogs, different breeds and different because of their breed and because of their age as well, that don't understand when we're just saying drop, 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 what we mean. So, when you first teach your dog to drop a toy, the best way to begin is to get the dog to start playing a nice game of tuggy, and then say the word drop, and as you say the word drop, click straight away and drop treats on the floor. You don't have to wait for the dog to drop the toy when you start to drop the treats and to click the clicker. The reason that we do this is because it means that the dog hears the word drop and pairs it with hearing the clicker and knowing that the treats are coming on the floor. It's a far more reliable way of pairing the idea of you saying drop with the fact that treats will be on the floor, and so builds up a much better conditioned response in the dog. So here I'm teaching Stanley the puppy that when he plays a nice good game of tuggy, when he lets go of the tuggy, it's not the end of the game. Actually what happens is I'll ask him to drop. If he lets go of it, there are going to be treats on the floor, and then he gets to play again. So the motivation to drop is higher when the dog gets to play repeated games of tuggy, and the motivation to drop is much higher if they begin to pair the noise drop with a click and a treat immediately. So the way that you want to do it is you want to ask your dog to sit to start with. You invite him to come and play a game. He plays the game. As soon as you decide that you want him to drop, you say the word drop, you click straight away before he's let go of it with his teeth, and drop treats on the floor. The reason that we get a dog to sit to start with is because we don't want dogs that don't say please. We want dogs to come over when we've got a toy and sit and look at us and say, can I have a game please? As opposed to dogs that jump up and just take the toy straight out of your hand. I think this technique is much better than waiting for the dog to relinquish his teeth before you click. You can then, after a while, you can then wait and hold back the clicker slightly. So you say drop, and then click, and then treat. And the dog will begin to learn the word drop as a predictor of the clicker and the treats. So he'll begin to let go in it to predict the fact that treats will always be on the floor when he hears that word drop.